And do you have your tea with you? Let me know as well. What do you have? I've got peppermint today. Yeah, that's my jam. Let me know if you can hear me. I want to share some strategies with you guys all around LinkedIn, all around how you can grow in confidence, because a lot of people are apprehensive of LinkedIn. I said in a live last week that people have this notion of the LinkedIn police kind of vetting what you say and what you do. So guys, let me know if you can hear me. I think there is a bit of a delay, so I'm not seeing any messages come through. I'm just looking. You can hear? Amazing. Perfect. All right, let's get going. So I'm Shalina. If we haven't met, hey friend, hey sis, hey bro, if there are any guys on. I'm a LinkedIn strategist and I focus specifically on lead generation. So helping business owners to find leads and clients from LinkedIn. I tend to work with coaches, consultants, freelancers, anyone in the kind of service-based industry to leverage LinkedIn. And what I find is that the women especially have an anxiousness and nervousness about just showing up on LinkedIn. So yes, you may have an account, you may have a presence, but you're not actively posting, you're not actively promoting your business. And for the most part, the women that I serve are transitioning, right? So they're going from employment into entrepreneurship. So chances are they have never had to market themselves. They've never had to put themselves out in such a way. So now they're in entrepreneurship. This is when the imposter syndrome sets in, the doubts, the anxiety, and just the fact, right, that LinkedIn has this kind of notion, and I'll do it in air quotes, like the professional platform. Yes, we are professionals in what we do, but the platform is very different to what perhaps you have known it to be previously. So with that being said, I want to share with you 5 things that you can do to grow in confidence. If you stick around to the end, I want to gift you, I've got 2 freebies and you'll be able to choose which one you would like to get your hands on. If you're watching the replay, drop that in the chat and just say replay. You can also get access to the freebie that I want to gift to you. So LinkedIn, guys, there are decision makers there, right? And they are looking for people who have the skill sets, the services, the transformations that you offer to your clients. So by you avoiding the platform, by you potentially hanging out on other platforms that are not revenue generating, they're not impacting your bank balance, it's more like a dopamine hit, right? So I'm looking over here because I can see the comments on my computer. So good to see you, April. Hey Nicole, hey Lise, good to see you. April, I see you on. Coffee on the way, amazing. Let me know what you're sipping on. I have my cup of peppermint here. But yeah, so there are people on the platform that are decision makers, right? They hold budgets, they hold purse strings, they're looking for services for their businesses. Now, yes, there are big corporates, but there are also the solopreneurs like you and I who are on LinkedIn and need transformation. People need help. There are a zillion problems that your services potentially could solve. So I want to show you, as I said, in 5 like simple, easy things that you could do today, how you can post and show up confidently on LinkedIn. So guys, let me know, are you on LinkedIn? That would probably be good for me to know. Do you currently post content? Are you sitting on the sidelines and kind of lurking? There's a lot of backslapping that happens. Guys, did you know, let me tell you this, there's 1 billion profiles on LinkedIn and only 1% of those profiles actively post content. So there's a lot of lurkers, there's a lot of people just like watching from the sidelines, but not getting in front of their audience, not offering their services, not generating leads or clients. So let me know, I'm looking over here to see if you guys are on LinkedIn and what you are, like how active you are. Because guys, with every post, right, what that is an opportunity for visibility. That's ultimately what it leads to. I did a masterclass where I said exactly that. Like, no visibility is, there's no traffic, there's no sales, right? You can't sell the thing that you don't talk about. So let me just get into the content and what I want to share with you. So the first tip that I want to give you is to start small, right? Don't try and boil the ocean when it comes to LinkedIn or any social media platform that you're kind of getting started on. So when I say start small, maybe you could start by posting a tip from your expertise, right? So there should be no nervousness, there should be no anxiety around giving insight, giving value from your expertise, right? Because you're not lying. I'm going to trust and believe that whatever it is that you do, you are an expert in that thing. So, as I said, there are a zillion problems that people need help with. So really, by you getting onto LinkedIn, sharing your insights, sharing a tip, creating, we've got like short form videos, much like TikTok over on LinkedIn, doing a short form video, 60 seconds, 90 seconds max, sharing an insight is a really easy way for you to kind of get started. You know your industry, you know the transformation, you know your ideal clients better than anybody. So you can talk from a place of authenticity when it comes to what you do. And one of the freebies that I want to give you is around being authentic on LinkedIn. And how you can do that. All right, so I can see Letitia is saying, yes, I'm on LinkedIn, but not really active. Nicole says, I have no idea about it. Amazing. You guys are in the right place, because guys, there's money to be made on LinkedIn. That's ultimately the reality of it. When I was on Instagram, spinning my wheels, doing all the things, yes, I got a lot of likes, I got a lot of dopamine hits, but it didn't translate into clients or sales. So starting small, looking for opportunities to serve your audience. So that could be sharing a tool, it could be sharing an insight, it could be sharing a client win. These are all things that you have access to. You're not making it up. It's something that you can share authentically. And as a coach or a consultant, go back through your sales calls, right? That's what I do. I record every discovery call, every sales call. So I go back through those sales calls and I'm pulling out like the questions that people are asking me to then create content around. So that's the first tip for you to start small. All right, so looking down at my notes, the second tip is to set boundaries. And I would encourage you to do that with any social media platform. Decide what you are happy to share. You know, this idea of the know, like, and trust factor, I feel like it's done us a disservice. There are elements of truth in that. And then I feel like there's, we've taken it too far, right? So yes, I know I have purchased things from people who I have never seen. I've never clapped eyes on them before. I've seen their offer on online, and the solution that they offer, the transformation that they offer, is something that I want. So this thing about having to know someone before you buy, let me know in the comments. Have you ever bought something from somebody who, you know, you've never come across before, but what they're offering and the price that they're offering, the results that they're promising, you're willing to make the investment, right? So that I feel like, and I'm going down a rabbit hole because yeah, this isn't particular to LinkedIn, but I'm just saying that in showing up, sharing what you're comfortable, setting those boundaries, you don't have to share your whole life story. So let me know in the comments. Have you ever bought something from somebody who you've never known and you didn't particularly like them or dislike them? It was, you liked what they were offering, right? So if you can package the service that you deliver, the solution that you give to somebody, if you can package it on LinkedIn in a way that is compelling, that people are willing to make that investment, you will see that you start to generate leads and you start to generate clients. So with those boundaries, like deciding, do you just want to keep it all business? You want to share maybe insights from your journey as a business owner. So maybe you speak about the peaks and the troughs in your business. Maybe you speak about, the behind the scenes stuff, the insights. And what that really breeds is positioning you as a thought leader, right? Because your insights are valuable. Your insights position you as an expert and an authority, and that's all the way welcome on LinkedIn. That's what they want. They're encouraging experts who can impart some knowledge, impart some wisdom, and help people to get transformation. So you may decide you don't want to speak about your children, and you absolutely don't have to. Whatever you speak about on LinkedIn, I would always say link it back to your business. It has to have like a link back to your business. So I can think of a client that I worked with, and I do work with he's as well. So I generally work with females over the age of 40, but I do work with he's. And he had shared on LinkedIn, we created a strategy where we wanted to, speak more authentically. And he shared about going to therapy, right? And how that impacted him as a leader, how he became a better leader in his organization as a result of going through that process. Now, for everyone, they won't be comfortable with sharing that they've been to therapy. He was comfortable and was willing to share those insights. That post got so much engagement, it got so many DMs, and for the service that he offers, he was able to generate clients because people connected with him. He was authentic, they could relate to him. So I'm sharing these things, and I'm hoping that you're catching what I'm throwing out there and how you can apply them and use them over on LinkedIn. All right, let me speed up a bit. So I've shared about starting small. I shared about like setting boundaries. All right, what's the next thing that I want to share? All right, so the next step that I want to share is about the lead gen aspect of LinkedIn. Hey guys, this is a quick public service announcement. If you need to get your LinkedIn profile set up, then this course may just be for you. It has 12 short modules to take you through the steps, really straightforward and simple. The steps are outlined for you, and you get a checklist for each module that complements the videos. So I'll show you an example of one of the modules. So this one here is how to optimize your LinkedIn banner. As I say, you get a workbook and a really short video that takes you through exactly what you need to do, the steps, and all the bits that are required. So this is an example of the workbook for that particular course about optimizing your banner. So the steps that I take you through in the video are outlined in this super short guide that you can use as a checklist to make sure that you complete all of the steps. So if getting your LinkedIn profile set up and ready to generate leads and acquire clients is something that you know you need to do, then check the link in the description box for more details. Let's get back into it. So when you hesitate to post, right? When you sit on the sidelines, when you watch everyone else like hoovering up all the money, you're backslapping, celebrating everybody, because there's a lot of that on LinkedIn. What you're doing is depriving somebody who needs help, who needs the transformation that you offer. So we really have to like look at the bigger picture in showing up on LinkedIn, in being bold and like owning your expertise. The majority of the women that I work with, as I say, they're 40 and above. So they have worked within their industry, within their niche for many years. They have so much experience, so much value, so much lived experience, which just all culminates into the business that they're growing, the business that they're building. However, before coming to me, those anxieties, those doubts, those imposter syndrome things that come up stopped them from showing up. It stopped them from generating leads. It stopped them from getting clients. And then you start to doubt yourself. You start to think like, can I do this business thing? Is this for me? And the way that I work with those women, it is around the strategies for LinkedIn, but it's also about helping them to get a mindset shift, to think differently, and to understand the bigger picture. I always say that sales is service. So a lot of the verbiage that I hear from women is, oh, I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to be salesy. And I'm like, how about servy? How about like serving? Do you want to serve? Reframe that and like come from that angle and that positioning. And I just feel like that just gives you a boldness and a confidence. Guys, let me know if you are still with me, if I'm making sense. I'm just checking the comments because I want to make sure that I haven't lost you. You're getting value from this. Awesome. I'm seeing that Nicola has her coffee, or I'm assuming it's coffee. I got my herbal tea, Nicola. So yeah, good to see you on Sip and Strategy. All right, so if you have just joined, I'm sharing 5 tips around confidence on LinkedIn. So the first one I shared was about starting small. Start with what you know. Stay in your lane. Start there. Don't try and be an influencer. I say this to my clients all the time. We are not here for likes and hearts and all the things. What we want is for people to hop into our DMs, to want to book sales calls, discovery calls. That is my intention for clients and for you, to make money on these platforms. We're not here to be influenced. And if you are, that's absolutely fine, but this probably isn't the life for you. So the first step was around starting small. The second step was around setting boundaries around what you're willing to share. So if you want to incorporate like your personal life, then do that, but always link it back to your business. There has to be some connection to business. So yes, in sharing the fact that you have a life and you do the normal human things, it humanizes you and encourages people to want to work with you, to want to know more about what you do. So boundaries. And then the third thing was around sort of like just repositioning that mindset around generating leads, but coming from it from the position of that bigger picture, right? So we're here to serve. A lot of people have this, I don't want to be salesy. Think about being servy. So that was just a quick recap. All right, so the fourth step that I want to share with you is around like progress over perfection. A lot of people are really anxious that, oh my gosh, I'm going to do it wrong. I'm going to post and I'm going to get it wrong, or I'm going to say the wrong thing, or, you know, nobody's going to like my post. And it's so funny because I was talking to a client and we were building out a strategy for her to go live over on LinkedIn. And her anxiousness was twofold. It was one, that nobody was going to show up. And then the second anxiety was that everyone was going to show up. And I'm like, love, like, how can I help you? Because we want the right people to come, clearly, because that is a lead generation tactic. But then you can't be anxious that people are going to come, right? If you're offering a service, you're confident in what you're doing, like, let's be like single focused, and our focus is to get people on. So I found that quite comical. But yeah, progress over perfection. If you're just getting started on LinkedIn, it's a new platform to you. Maybe you have prioritized Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, and it's a new platform to you. Like, maybe start with engaging with other people's content. That is a great way to start to form connections, to build your network, to start having a seat at the table for your industry and your niche. So with the posts that are being posted, sharing your insights, sharing, like, you know, getting involved in those conversations starts to get you known. So I encourage you to get started. Like, you can't get perfect until you actually get going. So that is step number 4. Have you ever had those kind of anxieties around doing it wrong on the platform? And I feel like just online in general, people feel like, you know, I'm going to mess up and it's going to live there forever. you can delete your posts on LinkedIn. It's not like, you know, you are wedded and locked in forever. So, you know, even if one person likes your post, even if you get one comment, that's one human, that's one soul that God came to save. That's him. That's one human, one person who has given their time. They've given, you know, their interest, and you never know where that could lead. You have to kind of get going to get good. So I hope that made sense. And then the last step and strategy that I want to give to you is investing in coaching, right? So around visibility, around the platforms that you're using. So whether that is a social media platform, whether you're leveraging like search as opposed to social. So maybe it's your website, sorry, and you haven't quite grasped how to blog, how to get up the rankings on SEO. Investing in yourself as a business owner. It's a cost of business, right? So you're an expert in the thing that you do. You're an expert in the niche that you coach in or consult or freelance. These are like ancillary things. These are things around what you do that you kind of need to understand. So whether that is investing in a visibility coach, someone who can help you to overcome these demons, to overcome these anxieties so that you can show up, so that you can get the transformation for people, and so that you can generate revenue for your business and that your business can grow. These platforms for the most part are free, right? So unless you're doing paid ads, I'm talking to like people who use organic tactics. So these tactics are free. Like, it's free. So sweat equity, yes, you need to invest some effort, you need to invest some time to then get a client. And clients on LinkedIn, so the average salary, I shared this before, is higher than any of the other platforms. So I think it's around, probably the average is around $63,000 is like the average salary. So if you're selling a high ticket service, what you sell is like £1,000 and above, £2,000 and above. Like, LinkedIn is where you need to be, because as I've said, there's decision makers, there's purse holders. So yeah, getting over yourself, investing in coaching. If it's working with me, fantastic. If not, work with somebody who can help you to overcome those challenges and those sticking points around LinkedIn. Guys, let me know if those 5 points were helpful. I really hope that they were. Sorry, I can see people walking past the window and I keep like being a meerkat. Let me know in the comments if you found those helpful. If like what I really want you to do is to not hang out with me and not take action. So once you jump off this live, I would love it if you would write down like a post idea that you have, something that could showcase your expertise. It could showcase the transformation that you offer. Like, in this moment, having heard everything that I've shared, write it down and like be bold. Like, if you don't have a profile, set it up. Maybe start with an introductory post, right? So sharing who you are, who you help. Maybe like why you started your business, what was the problem that you saw and wanted to resolve. So I would love for you to take action. I'm all about implementation. I'm all about action. And I just want to like remind you, as I say, it's about the opportunities, the visibility, the traffic that you can get when you show up. If you don't show up, none of these things are afforded to you. And as I say, you sit on the sidelines and just watch everybody else doing the thing. It's a wide open goal. 1% of 1 billion people are posting on LinkedIn. So, you know, what you do might be quite niche. So just even think like the competition is even less for you over on LinkedIn. So let me see in the comments. Amazing, I can see Nicola said, love this. Yeah, I'm seeing some party faces. Amazing. I'm glad that you guys took value from this. I did say if you guys stuck around, I haven't drunk hardly any of my tea. I just been chatting, but I guess you didn't come to see me sip. So yeah, keep talking, Shalina. All right, so I said if you stuck around with me, I wanted to gift you a resource. So there are two resources. The first one is around authenticity, and it's an infographic that I created. So I had made a toolkit that I have been offering and selling, but I want to gift it to you guys. So it's around authenticity on LinkedIn. That's the first freebie I want to give to you. Well, not the first, because you can choose one or the other. The second one is 31 days. It's a 31-day deck of cards of LinkedIn affirmations. So I spoke to imposter syndrome. I spoke to doubts. These daily affirmations will help you to get past these things, to get over these hurdles, and to show up on the platform. So feel free to drop in the chat, write the word authenticity if you want the infographic, write the word affirmation if you want the affirmation cards. I will go back through the comments later on today, because I'm hopping off of this into something else, but I will definitely come back to you. If you're watching the replay, you're welcome to this party, you're welcome to these freebies. And if you don't want to put it in the comments, feel free to shoot me a DM. You can do that on Facebook, or you can connect with me over on LinkedIn. It's just my name, Shalina Peart. And you'll find me there. If you're interested in working with me as a LinkedIn strategist to help you generate leads and clients, feel free to reach out. And yeah, we can discuss what your challenges are, what your goals are, what you're hoping to achieve, and just see if there's an alignment with what I offer. All right, Charlene, I can see, like, girl, you going in, you put both. So choose which one. Is either authenticity or affirmation. I want to gift you one or other, but I will come back through the chat and I will be sure to share those goodies with you. Guys, have an amazing rest of your day. I will be back next week with another sip and strategy, LinkedIn sip and strategy. All right, guys, take care. See you soon.